Hello, everybody. Welcome to I suppose, a reel to reel, right? We haven't done one of these in a while. We are the Fargo Knots. I'm Eric. We also have Tyler,
What's up?
that boy Wilson.
Ah!
There we go. So today we are here to watch a movie suggested by the boy Wilson, uh, called The Guyver from 1991. It is a adaptation of sorts of a Japanese manga called Bio-Booster Armor Guyver
Whoa.
by Yoshi Takaya. Um, the Guyver itself is a symbiotic techno-organic device that enhances the capabilities of its host. It's a
Please,
suit.
I want Jesse Ventura to tell me the synopsis of the story. A biomechanical enhanced suit.
Anyway, it was there was an American adaptation made in 1991. This is the one we're going to watch now, directed by Screaming Mad George and Steve Yang.
Beautiful.
Screaming Mad George, a Japanese special effects artist and film director who did makeup effects on Big Trouble in Little China, Predator, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, 4, fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night, 4.
Oh my god.
The guy Freaked from 1993.
Oh, nice.
On that. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. Co-directed this movie with Steve Wang. Yeah, 1991 stars Mark Hamill.
I
That's
get why they
crazy.
give Mark Hamill top billing, but it just is always weird when that happens in movies.
What's crazy is this movie did well enough that they made a sequel in 1994 called The Guyver Dark, directed by Steve Wang or whatever. Yeah, Steve Wang, and David Hayter returns in the role. Yeah, and it actually got. I think it made more and was better received than this one in the first one.
Incredible. I did
Okay.
not even know that.
Crazy. Me either. But yeah, so I have never seen this, but always heard about or like read about it, seen it, whatever, just in the periphery.
Mhm.
Over time. I don't know if you guys kind of the same.
Yeah, just periphery stuff. Knew about Mark Hamill's involvement. Did not realize
Yeah.
David Hayter was involved because I've only seen pictures of the movie with like Mark Hamill's face kind of plastered on it over.
Little 90s me too was like in like early 2000s, whatever. See the name The Guyver, and I was like, the hell is that? What does that mean? That's a weird name. Now, being older, seeing it, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely a name of like a manga or anime. Like it's very, very that style of name, kind of weird, invented word.
Yeah, drop the whole title again.
The manga,
Yeah, like the Jesse Ventura version, like where he's
Bio Booster Armor Guyver.
nice.
It's just like a lot of manga and anime is like their straight up translated name is like 4 or 5 words, but then we kind of simplify it down to one thing.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so it's that's all we know because I just speed read like 3 wiki pages real quick, and gleaned a little bit of info. So you guys ready to get into it? Should we watch a movie, boys?
I'm so ready. This will be great.
Yes, let's do it. See you guys on the other side.
So we should just jump right into talking about the Guyver, not
The Guyver.
MacGyver. But do you guys? I know Bradshaw left us because his phone died. But did you
Phone
watch?
died, dude.
You watched most of it, Bradshaw?
I got to where we were at when my phone died was the big fight with all the fucking turbo gremlins, whatever those things are called.
Right.
I'm glad you used that term though.
It's fucking Jimmy from What's Happening with fucking looking like Jar Jar Binks and a gremlin had a kid.
Yep.
Yep.
And they created the Zoonoids.
He does look like that one comedy gremlin in Gremlins
Good times.
2.
Yeah. Good times.
Good
Not that
times,
one
that's what
comedy
he was on.
gremlin, but like he's the cartoony looking.
So the movie.
Yeah, so I got to there. So like, wait, so they killed him, and then he came back,
Yeah.
and then started kicking asses, and then my phone died. Maybe about where I was.
That's he's the only one that survives. Is
Yeah.
Just when he comes back, that pretty much kicks off like the last, I'd say maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah,
of the
I didn't
movie.
see the boss battle. Didn't see the boss battle.
It's pretty quick from there, but
Yeah.
like you said, he just like kind of goes into goon mode where he's gooning.
I guess
And
we can.
So is Mark Hamill. Look at him gooning.
Yeah, we can show you Mark Hamill's transformation scene.
Yeah, I saw him transform, and then didn't he kill him? Didn't he have him kill him? Is that what happened?
No, he just like dies.
Oh yeah, he just died.
Shittiness.
Here's my question: Is he not the same thing as those other bad guys? Like at that point?
No, he wasn't cooked long enough. They make mention that he was in that Bacta tank, but he wasn't baked enough. So
like he was on the way to being something like that, like undergoing the same process. But he wasn't in there for long enough. So
that's why he still had them Hamill eyes when he was a fucking bug.
And then also why he just like immediately dies afterwards is his body just can't do it.
Because I was like, when that happened, I was like, can't you just turn back to a person? Yeah. Now I missed the whole. He was half baked.
I love this face here.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, here Hamill is. Yeah, he was in a Bacta tank there, and they're watching him or something, and
he's going through the same process that like they've been kidnapping a bunch of people and putting them through this process to make them like I don't know that they were specifically becoming other like zoonoids, like the turbo gremlins, or if they were just going to be like some offshoot dudes or something, but they're undergoing.
I think they are because I assume I don't think Jimmy from Good Times was a zoonoid or whatever from the beginning. I think all those dudes got turned into him.
It explained in like that crawl in the beginning. It somehow in there lays out who is and is not a zoonoid, and it's just like it's easy to get lost in this because the very first fucking thing that happens in this movie is a turbo gremlin fight. So very quickly, your brain just gets inundated, and you're like, "What?"
This opening crawl, and I don't remember Zoalord.
Zoalord is that thing in the case.
He's the old man.
Okay. It's like
no,
they said the
Zoalord
aliens.
is not the thing in the case.
It's not?
No.
By the Zoalord. I'm just reading. Dr. Tetsuo Sagawa, a research scientist at Kronos, senses danger.
Because Sagawa
if this
got turned
unit,
into a
that's
zoonoid
the
too.
thing. The unit is the thing.
The Guyver unit. The Zoalord is the old man who fucking turns into the boss at the end.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
Because Sagawa was a zoonoid or whatever too.
And he created some kind of like unit that would be able to interface with humans to make them like elevated to the level of a zoonoid, but it, like he was afraid that the Zoalord would use it to fucking take over the universe or some shit or.
Because they say in the opening crawl that there's these nondescript aliens that created humans, but then they also created the zoonoids as like the next step. But like in this, it seems like the zoonoids aren't naturally occurring; they are created by old Zoalord or whatever the fuck.
Hey, who's to say? He's evil and he's
I don't know.
Lord. That's what like. The details really don't matter in the end because the movie's not going to answer it, and you get those answers. Like it's got nothing to do with one or the other because Mark Hamill turns into a big cockroach half man and then dies.
Yeah, he does.
And
cockroach with Hamill eyes.
Our toe-headed hero he's so like kind of like moody and terse throughout the movie. I felt like our main dude.
He's such a little baby boy.
He was trying to be like cool, I feel like, but he just was either like dead behind the eyes or just
seemed like you're supposed to be like seems like he was supposed to be like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Almost played by like a 30-year-old man,
Hi, I'm 34. I enjoy paying my taxes.
So we should maybe just get into
fun, though. I don't want to say that this movie was like
let's get into it a little bit.
Overall bad.
Overall, what do you guys think of this one because it made me want to watch the next one, and that's regarded by the community of people that follow the Guyver, like anime and manga and things like that. That it's the better movie, so it made me want to watch that one.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, for me specifically, like it kind of hit home a little bit where it was like, oh, this feels like some of the fights reminded me of some like Godzilla stuff that you'd see, people in suits going at it.
Just going at it. Yep.
Well, no, I mean, like the style is like a shonen. Clearly, if you know shonen storytelling and the tropes of that, it's clearly based on that, and then mix in a little bit of body horror elements from like the manga and the anime, and like the alien and monster part of it feels very like, to me, felt very like Godzilla-esque with the battles of just people in suits, and you can see certain parts of him like on his suit looks fantastic, but on some of the other ones you can see certain parts of him like flopping around sometimes, and it's fun. It adds to the camp of it, but it's like that part did make me want to watch the second one. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say that the camp and everything, it reinforces my feeling that like this movie is like if you took the Gremlins movies, the 90s live action TMNT movies, and then like tokusatsu stuff like Power Rangers or Kamen Rider, and just banged them all together and they had a kid.
Yep.
It'd be this movie.
I was gonna say that, like, it's really reminiscent of like Saban action too, and a bit of Turtles.
But it's shot and looks like those live action 90s Turtles movies, except for like the weird like screen wipes and shit that happen all the time in this.
That one screen wipe where it's like a slash through the horizontal of the screen.
That's the one that happened so frequently.
Was there a diamond one too? I swear there was like a diamond one too.
Very possibly. Again,
maybe I just hope that there is.
Of this movie kind of get lost in the mix when you remember the more audacious parts of it in a good way.
Yeah, I really
the highs and like the big ridges and bumps kind of even out the little lower ones.
Yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of gripes with it. I had a lot of things that I was like, it seems really messy, but I like where they were going with. I could see within the mess something, interesting. Like I really like Mark Hamill's choice for his character, where he had like a butt flap on his shirt in the front.
That's not a choice for his character. That's not a choice for his character, dude.
But he would also smoke
a turtleneck with a butt flap.
It's a specific choice. I mean, he also smoked and he chewed probably nicotine gum at the same time in like pretty much every scene. So he was like, people were chewing a lot.
I think at the very like near the end when they're about to, I have some sort of memory of him. Maybe when they're about to like storm the bad guy's fortress for the last time or something like that. I have some sort of memory of him about to smoke and then he like tosses it away or some shit. And screw it.
Yeah, these another thing about it that made it appealing in the mess were these the creatures, the creature effects and the suits and stuff were awesome.
When these things are standing next to real people and you kind of get like a better idea of scale and some things like that, it looks a lot more goofy. But just seeing them on their own here and moving around and doing look at the arms spread like they're
they're
trying their best in those suits, but like the suits look good.
Yeah, they do. Like the various effects on them too, like on the Guyver suit where the little thing pops out and the steam comes out of it.
Mm-hmm. He always has steam valves like right by his cheeks, and then he has that little like beetle thing on top of his head that pops out too.
The fin that will come out, and the on the arm blades on the back too. Those weren't like always out.
Yeah, that is a feature because I watched like some of the anime on YouTube. Like there's a whole compilation of the anime, like 4 hours long. And I watched a good amount, I guess, and that's the big feature of the Guyver is like that's how he fights is with his blades on his elbow that he like kind of slashes at the enemy and things like that.
And I feel like from without, you know, maybe I have seen that anime at some point in my life to have that context. Because even seeing this, it was like, oh yeah, that's kind of familiar. You had the fin and the arm blades and all that.
Yep.
Uh,
And he had that little
but
jewel or that
hearing
pearl
you,
on his forehead that also shoots out like a beam, but
yeah, that
not
was
not in
like
this movie, only in the anime.
yeah. Well, they had the like chest beam in this one.
They had the chest beam, but also
Um,
they, if you remember, that ball in his forehead right there was taken out of him at one point in the movie,
yeah,
Yep.
and
that's
he was
the
basically
living metal or whatever it's called.
right, and they kept it in a jar, and then somebody ate it, and then he like birthed himself out of the person, and so he like was
So
immortal.
they well they explained that it's like because that unit thing that attached itself to him can replicate itself, technically it can replicate him as well. Like
I thought
it
that was
just
so
can do
cool.
that.
I love that idea. It's
So
like taking
yeah,
Alien and like a superhero, like it brought it to another weird body horror level, like a H.R. Geiger
Yeah.
kind of style of lore where it would burst out of a body and be replicated to its original self. I thought that was just so out of the box,
yeah.
and I wasn't expecting it, and it was it was pretty cool.
Well, it raises a few interesting questions, and one of the bigger ones to me is like the ship of Theseus thought experiment idea. You know,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
with that you have the original, the ship of Theseus, and over time it sits in a museum, and the pieces of wood rot, and then you replace them piece by piece, and over time each total piece of the thing has been replaced. Is that still the ship of Theseus, or is that a completely new thing? But like
Right.
if he like in this case, we saw him just completely get gooped, and then yeah, he turned into sludge,
He turned into sludge, and
and
then
then a
that
new baby boy was born from it.
you got to wonder if that unit like is sort of like the thing where it takes on the host's, you know, physical traits, and then kind of like over time basically deletes that former version of itself and houses the entire data of that host in that little ball, and then it can like replicate that thing whenever it needs to.
Wasn't there some element of like it only was gonna work for this dude because of one reason or another? Somebody else, like, wasn't that a part of it? Somebody else tried to utilize it or something like that, and it wasn't working out, and I don't know.
I don't know if that was discussed. I mean,
Or yeah,
they might have talked about it. I'm not sure. Because I don't know who had
Again,
the
like-
authority. Who had the authority on the unit other than the guy that died at the beginning, really?
yeah. I don't know.
Sagawa?
The fucking Zoolord dude.
The Zoolord does.
People are spouting off things about Zoolord this, Zoonoid that, and like the Guyver unit and all this that it's, and then you see again, like for me, I was just so enthralled about like so many details of this production that the detail, well, like visually and like of this movie itself, that the dialogue, the exposition kind of got lost on me a little bit.
Sure. Yep.
It's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. They're talking, bad guys doing his thing. Where's the monsters? What are these things we're looking at? Okay. I sometimes watch a thing and I get a vibe while watching that, and I think, was this shot somewhere other than where they're maybe trying to say that it, or like, so this feels like it's supposed to take place in frickin' like, I don't know,
L.A. They shot
LA, like
They shot some in L.A. and they probably shot some on a soundstage somewhere, or maybe even in London. Who knows? Like they could have.
there's parts of this that feel like it was like Japan, Korea, like some, I'm not sure. Like there were some parts where I was just like, oh, that looks like it's not necessarily United States or maybe even Europe.
Yeah, because I was thinking like a lot of the sets, when you could tell it was like a soundstage, like it could have been like a Doctor Who set or something, you know, like kind of
Oh, it's out. I was
TV
thinking outdoor
station.
stuff.
Oh, the outdoor stuff.
I was seeing out like well, like cityscapes, like out
Mm-hmm.
exterior scenes, just seeing like, oh, okay, just getting that vibe, you know.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing that happens when we play frickin' Geo City or Geo Guesser.
Oh, GeoGuessr, yeah.
You just get the vibe of like, I'm feeling that it's
Yeah,
in
it
this
could be
region.
here. Yeah.
Right.
What are you looking for here?
I was looking for the moment where it was becoming kind of slapsticky. Well, here's the chest bursting scene.
Well, there's like
But there was a moment where one of the bad guys was trying to climb a stairs. But yeah, this is the Guyver's blade. And right there, I don't know if you saw that, but it said Jaws theme playing, and we all made
ominous.
like a
Well, it said ominous like shark theme or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that the whole production was slapsticky. Like that was at least 30% of the soup going on here.
well, yeah, ominous shark theme. But when he popped out, I was
Yeah,
like,
he is.
damn, what the hell? Like that's so interesting and cool now. Like it adds so much
Once
more
again.
lore. He's like, yes, I did it. Haha, sinew on my body.
Like stretching like Fade Routha,
Yeah,
sing, stepping out of that steam bath.
give him a
That
hug.
steam
I
bath.
would not touch that thing.
Yeah, he does look very goopy.
But yeah, these creatures are so cool.
The face, like, yeah, the face is moving and eyes are blinking and stuff. It's good.
Yeah, I would recommend people watch this. It's kind of like a hidden gem, I would say. I don't recall
Well,
it
depending
being
what you're into,
it's
it's
worth a watch, I'd
It's
say.
fun.
It's fun.
I mean, if you like, especially if you liked any of the movies that we said were, kind of that this was birthed out of, kind of,
Right.
or
like a Power Rangers or Turtles or Gremlins, like,
or even just
'cause
like
there's like
anime, but-
there's a horror comedy element to this too, like with Gremlins too,
yeah, there's
So,
horror.
you like
elements,
those.
There's comedy, but there's also like there's a whole bunch of different stuff going on here.
There's kung fu or karate and
arse kicking.
gymnastics and
Yeah, it's like sci-fi, a lot of sci-fi elements going on. Maybe even a little bit of some supernatural or like not super. I don't know how to put it really, but
yeah, alien.
Science fiction.
Science fiction.
well, science fiction, yeah.
Science
but,
fiction.
Little there's
Science fantasy.
seemed to be a little bit of extra sauce on it.
It definitely was because that
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know
definitely
if
sauce.
you saw some of the subtitles of that scene where the bad guy was talking to the girl Mitski or whatever her name is about those monsters that were in the formaldehyde tanks or whatever it was. Like
It's also
each of those
the mixture of like martial arts too, and that's always a weird mix over with some of this other stuff.
right. The guy was talking about how a long time ago aliens came to Earth and started like replicating or doing their weird alien procedures, and throughout history people were calling these aliens things like werewolves or vampires, so it like tied in the history of the human race and its experience with supernatural, and it brought that element in it too, which I thought was like, okay, you're kind of explaining a reason behind why these creatures exist, but also like bringing in cryptids like Bigfoot and Yetis and werewolves and vampires and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of interesting take.
And who is it, young lady, that you think built the pyramids? It was the Zoonoids, yes.
Yeah, anything else to add? Like we covered like kind of the genres that are strewn without this mess, this fun mess. Anything else stand out?
Stand
Um,
out.
The costumes, like we said. I don't know.
I don't.
the tone
I
was
wish I
kinda fun.
could like. But yeah, I wish I could give a specific shout out to like the music or something, but I don't remember that being anything to write home about.
Right.
No, it wasn't. I'd be interested to see. This gave me enough for me to be interested in seeing the sequel, especially since it's said to be better.
Mhm.
I didn't know that the sequel maybe had that reputation of being better than this one. Like,
Yeah.
have that being the majority opinion on it, and so that plus having David Hayter as the main character, I'm in, dude. And then more like monster fights. I'm in.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we just wanted to talk a little bit about the Guyver, and it is the start of October when this video releases. So we'll be watching hopefully other kind of creepy, weird stuff this spooky season. And yeah, stay tuned to maybe we can watch the Dark Hero, the second Guyver movie at some point. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with something completely different.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Vert.
Bye.
That slap face. That mini slap face.
I got a job for you. Dynamite.